Welcome to the third episode of the Blue Vision podcast, obviously hosted by me and Callum. Today, we have a very special guest, Oliver.
Hello.
So special.
Hi.
Oh, I can't log in.
Today, we're obviously not normal seats, but we are doing another themed episode.
Yes, we are.
And that's why we brought Ollie in, because Ollie
is a conspiracy
Yeah,
theory.
no, not really.
Ollie is known for his conspiracy theories, so we thought but we thought that maybe we should have him on and see his opinions.
Yes.
So how
we
are you?
love opinions.
How are you, Ollie?
Good, thank you. Good, thank you. And you guys?
How are you?
I'm good. Episode 3. Max,
Episode
take
3.
us away. You
Boom.
Max has got all the
So-
most of the info.
don't
Don't put his
show his
license on
license again.
Max seems to have most of the info. Yeah, this doesn't look very this looks a bit messy. Yeah.
So I've got 5 theories or conspiracy theories.
Right.
Do you guys want to pick 1 to 5? Just pick a random one. And
Let's go 4.
Number 4 on your list.
Number 4. Okay. So we're getting straight into it. The first one we're going to talk about is the JFK Assassination.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Assassination.
Controversial.
I actually learned about this at school.
Yeah.
I only know about it from The Simpsons.
Okay.
That's
Right.
it.
That's as much as Max knows.
So,
Well,
I mean,
JFK, one of the presidents of the United States, was assassinated,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of speculation about who and what and why it happened. Max, what are some of the things people think of JFK's assassination?
Well, I don't actually know. I haven't read it all yet, but it says that this much we can stipulate. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated on November the 2nd, 1963, struck by 2 bullets, one in the head, one in the neck, while riding in an open-topped limo through Dallas. It's in Dallas. But I don't...
Dallas, yeah.
Dealey Plaza
Yeah.
in Dallas, Texas.
Lee Harvey Oswald
Yeah, that's who we learned about at school.
was charged with killing him.
Yep.
And a presidential commission headed by Chief Justice Earl Warren found that Oswald acted alone.
So, didn't he get killed? Wasn't
Who?
he killed
Oswald?
before he went on trial? or something?
I think so. Yeah,
have a feeling
I
he
think he
was,
may have
yeah.
had like cyanide.
I think
like,
that was like the thing, like people were kind of suspicious because people worried he was gonna like snitch or
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was,
the
no, but he
people.
was like said to have something to do with Russia, like he was a Russian
Yeah.
spy or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
he
the
lived
thing.
there.
Yeah, because he was like a communist. Well, they're
Yeah.
supposed to be communists, so they wanted to like kill JFK.
Yeah.
So it then says that conclusion hasn't passed muster with the public. A 2003 ABC News poll found that 70% of Americans believe Kennedy's death was a result of broader plots. The tra-
70% was that?
Yeah, 70.
Jeez.
The trajectory of the bullet, some say, didn't square with Oswald's perch on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository.
Yeah.
Others suggest a secondary gunman, perhaps on the grassy knoll of the plaza, participating in the shooting.
Yeah, but because he was supposedly shot from behind.
Yeah.
But in the video, he like falls
He falls
backwards
backwards,
and
yeah.
to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
you
sure
can
if I
see
got
it's, like,
shot
quite a
here-
strong
Yeah.
kind of-
Yeah, if I got shot from behind here, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't go backwards. Would you?
Yeah.
It wouldn't suck you back. You'd like
Yeah.
lean forward. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Others are saying, was Kennedy killed? Or another question that's on here was Kennedy killed by a CIA agent acting either out of anger over the Bay of Pigs, or at the behest of Vice President Lyndon Johnson? Lyndon Johnson, I think it says. And yeah, it just says there's other.
I'm pretty sure there's probably tens of different theories
Yeah.
about what happened.
Definitely, because
Well-
he was such a popular.
Yeah, 'cause also-
Yeah, him and his wife as well. Everyone
Yeah.
loved his wife, Jackie Kennedy. They made a film about her.
Yeah, well, there's that whole like picture going around of the car, and it's basically people are saying that the bullet or the trajectory of the bullet couldn't have hit him because there was
Yeah.
there was like
Yeah, they
another
found
set
the-
of seats.
It was
in
weird. The
front of
bullet
him.
like I remember seeing a picture of it. It goes like through like down like in his head and then like down his body or something. Like,
Yeah.
the angle of where it hits. Yeah, it's like the weirdest like.
I saw this thing, and it was about like the his kind of security guard, and basically their job is to jump in front of the president if they get shot. And apparently he felt so guilty that he didn't take the bullet.
Oh really?
That's how how kind of seriously those people take their jobs.
That's actually crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, like literally sacrificing one person for another.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how liked Kennedy was. I'm pretty sure it was like a really 50-50 thing. Like
Definitely.
people liked him, but then a lot of people thought he was just like.
Well, wasn't there also that thing where like he was meant to go down a specific route, and then like halfway through the route like had to change because something happened, so they had to go down the plaza where this guy was.
Yeah.
So it may have been like.
I've heard it was like 3 people or something.
Yeah, no.
3 like guys.
It was like one guy tried to miss.
Yeah, one miss.
And then the other 2 were like.
Yes. Wait, are you any of you connected to the internet?
I'm not sure I can.
I'll search something because apparently like there's a bit of a conspiracy about the guy being killed. So Lee Harvey Oswald is the guy.
That's the guy. That's the guy that's like basically convicted of it. But
he was charged.
But in history, we did a whole lesson about it, and there was something about him. Like, I don't think he was like all there. He was like really weird. This like Lee Oswald Harvey guy or something. Yeah, like so he lived in Russia for a while, and like he was like supposedly a Russian spy or something.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So he was he was actually murdered. So I guess like the a possible explanation for that is that
someone
whoever
actually
got him to do it.
Yeah, like they needed to get him out. Otherwise he could snitch on other people.
I think, obviously, looking at the picture that's here, there's John F. Kennedy, his wife, and 2 other people in front of him, and then I'm guessing in front of them is the driver and the passenger there.
Yeah.
So if he did get shot directly in the head, them 2 the people in those seats in front of him must have kind of seen the.
Yeah, if you see the video of it, oh my god, it's like really bad quality, but it's like he like lands on his wife, and his wife's like trying to like put him back together. It's horrible.
Wasn't she like trying to? Put
and he didn't die instantly.
Yeah,
and he didn't die instantly. He survived for ages afterwards. Like he was obviously not conscious, but he was still alive for like ages afterwards.
That's horrible.
Well, no, it's like that cyclist. Like my dad was telling me like a cyclist died whilst he was cycling, and he was going uphill. But because his like, obviously there's this thing where like, when you die, all of your like body stays like conscious for 7 minutes.
Oh really?
So he could still cycle. So he cycled all the way up to the hill, and as soon as he got to the hill, he fell over.
I've heard things. I don't know how true this is, but so back in the day when people used to get get their heads chopped off by guillotine and stuff, that because their brain was still conscious.
Yeah.
So when they chopped their head off, they would like be like mouthing things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like. And like apparently like some guy like took note of this and was like writing down like what these people said.
Yeah, because it's like if you chop a chicken's head off, it runs around. For a little bit,
Scary. Like because it still like, leaves a bit of their brainstem on.
Yeah. So I guess really the question is, do you think he acted alone, or do you think it was like another person or someone else?
It must have been like a bigger plot because surely one guy can't.
Yeah, he was like, what was he? I'll try and search up. He was like a military. He was something to do with the government.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it sounds too like, obviously with the whole like him going through
he was a soldier.
Dallas.
He was a soldier, like an American soldier.
Yeah.
Because didn't he like go all over America and do this stuff?
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure all I know is he was like quite a strong communist.
Yeah.
Like he was like really in support of communism.
Yeah.
But I think it's just too easy to believe that, or like too simple to believe that it's just one person.
Well, also, if one lone random guy was gonna planning to kill the president, surely like how he was not like caught quicker or like you know what I mean? If it was like one random guy that's never killed anyone before, like how is he so like good at it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, because apparently what I just read was that he was actually a police officer questioned him after Kennedy got murdered.
Yeah.
Just afterwards. Apparently he shot the policeman.
Oh really?
He was arrested 30 minutes after.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. So maybe they didn't even have any solid evidence that it was him.
Yeah.
But he just freaked out.
Yeah.
Because he did it at like a library or
which
something.
one?
Yeah,
Which of the bullets went first? Was it the head one or the neck? 'Cause I'm pretty sure it was the neck one. 'Cause that's what makes him go like that.
Oh, possibly.
And then the head one.
Yeah.
The bullets were
he's
weird.
there.
They were like the weirdest like shots ever, and like
Yeah.
they just somehow magically like ended up in his head or something. They were like
Yeah.
the angle they went in was just so
I do-
bizarre.
Bouncing about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's definitely like a very like different
plan
than what
thing,
it's saying.
probably. Yeah,
what everyone's saying.
It's
about-
probably a thing no one will ever know. There's this TV show on Netflix called The Umbrella Academy,
Oh,
and in that, like, one of the characters in it, it turns out he was like a time traveler, and he was like a time traveling assassin, and he like went back in time to kill JFK.
Oh, really?
He's the one that supposedly did it. Like, in the
Yeah.
show.
Wasn't there like images from the day, and there was like some woman there that was really
Yeah,
was she
Yeah.
holding like looked like she was holding a phone.
yeah,
Or something?
yeah. I think because they obviously the neck one kind of I think went like straight in,
Yeah.
and so they looked and they saw people, and I think someone just ran.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
right.
they followed him. As they followed him, I think the other guy shot him in the head,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then that's when
Oh, right.
I think anyway.
It's
That's
such a I don't know. It's such a like.
yeah,
Imagine if
it's-
that happened now. Like how crazy that would be. Like
Yeah,
it's like
it's-
Donald Trump or something.
Yeah, like a big figure was.
Yeah.
And you can understand why that would say like that changed everything.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I don't think they'll ever know what happened.
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah.
Mm.
I
There's
think
no
it's,
way
I
Unless
think
someone
it's
comes
just,
out about it, unless
Yeah.
someone.
But
I
probably
think
the
it's
people that
too-
were involved are probably not around.
Yeah, it
anymore.
was
How long? When was it?
1963. And it's not that long ago.
Yeah. Okay, maybe then.
Mm.
They're just old men now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 80 something years ago.
All right. Well,
But-
I've got a cheerier one. Just a quick, like a smaller cheerier one. Do you guys know what Chuck E. Cheese is?
No.
Chuck E. Cheese is like a kids' restaurant in America. There's this big theory that they take leftover pizza from people's tables and put it together with new
Oh,
made
yeah.
ones.
Oh.
And
That can't be
you know-
true.
No. I think it might be.
I've
It was
seen
actually
this.
Shane Dawson that first did this, and like
Yeah.
he was getting in loads of trouble with Chuck E. Cheese. If you
Well-
look at the pictures of them, oh shit,
No.
it'll come back. Oh yeah, so look, if you look at the pictures of them, they're all like different like sizes and like
So-
different like angles and stuff.
So basically,
Yeah,
there's a we're looking at a picture of a pizza that's
Yeah.
quite clearly made up of
Different slices.
different
But-
slices. Your thing's falling down.
if
Anyway.
My sign.
I would say that if you went there and actually like watched it, I doubt it would.
No, because I'm pretty sure. Right, so Shane Dawson did a big video on this. And I'm pretty sure he went there, and his pizza was all different.
Ugh, that's gross. Because
That's
especially if it's a
disgusting.
kids' restaurant.
Yeah, but like-
there's snotty things.
Yeah,
that
but like
go
you
all
go
over those
to
pizzas.
Domino's. You go to Domino's.
Yeah.
Not every slice is exactly the
No, but
same
no,
size.
You
and
can
stuff.
tell they've been
Yeah,
cut.
they're all different slices because like the lines are different. The two ones next to each other. You get a pepperoni. Oh, we got some lemonade
Oh,
coming
hello.
in. We got some lemonade coming in. Because you get a pepperoni and the pepperonis are in different places next to each other.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Thank you.
Got some lemonade. Vision lemonade. Vision lemonade. Thank you very much.
Thank
Pour
you.
it yourself.
Wow, what a lovely jug.
Yeah, I think it might actually be true, but I'm pretty sure they would have been like caught by now.
It's
Yeah,
quite
I
good
think
idea.
I
It
think
does
it's
save you quite a
I
lot
think
of
it's something
If
that
they
would.
told people they were doing it, maybe they wouldn't get in as much.
money.
trouble.
Imagine if they told people that.
I think it's something that like as soon as it comes out, someone goes there and says,
That's good.
"Oh,
You want some, Max?
no, I'm good for now."
It's pretty good.
Like they'd be like, "Oh, can I have like a pizza?" And
Oh my
they'd
God.
actually inspect it.
Yeah. But is that illegal?
I think so.
Surely. Well,
It must be.
it must
What?
be illegal.
What?
I can't.
Actually, because like,
I can't imagine it being.
But the only illegal part would be like using leftover food. Imagine
Yeah,
if that's not.
Maybe it's not illegal, but it's probably just against like health regulations or something.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, but-
imagine if that's legal that you're allowed to reuse people's. Old
Yeah, but
food.
there's also that thing that's like quality service or like quality check. So maybe like they make
they
loads
surely.
they make loads of pizzas,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, half of this has something on it. Okay, let's remove that and just put another half of another pizza on it."
Yeah, and also surely like they're a big
Yeah.
like company in
Yeah,
America.
yeah.
Surely they would have been like
You-
checked and caught by now. If
Yeah,
it was
it's like going to McDonald's and saying like 10 pieces of your chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
Got
Yeah.
I
with
feel like
some-
they would have been like caught by
like
now.
that woman that had the coffee. She went to McDonald's to have a coffee.
Yeah.
Got a coffee and it was really hot, and she like drank from it. Anyway, like a few days later, she like started having something on her lips, like something really big. And so she went to the doctors and they popped it and loads of spiders came out.
Oh, what?
No, not spiders, cockroaches.
Oh
it was
my
something
god,
like that.
that is so gross.
No, not coffee. The envelope. Like, you know when you lick an envelope.
Oh, right. How did you get that mixed up?
Yeah, how did you get McDonald's coffee in an envelope?
No, I was thinking of another one where someone sued McDonald's for their coffee being too hot.
I'd say the Chuck E. Cheese one.
I'd say that can't be true.
I don't think that's
Because I feel like they would have been caught, but it does look
Yeah.
dodgy. I do want to see. I want to get a Chuck E. Cheese pizza and see.
Yeah.
Well,
I've always heard about Chuck.
Yeah,
I actually want to go there.
They could make the individual. If there's like they found out that every pizza kind of has this kind of thing, they might do each slice as like an individual thing.
I guess, but like I remember seeing the Shane Dawson one. He got a pepperoni, and like the slices. So when you cut a pizza, obviously the pepperonis will match up next to each other. One was like up here and one's down here, and they were like cut. It was like weird. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And like they're all different like lengths, and the crust didn't match.
yeah.
And it's like a weird. That is a weird like. Imagine if that's true. That's so gross.
I know.
Well,
Some little kids like probably like sneezed on that.
I know.
I've just remembered one that's not on my computer. The moon landing.
I've actually got that written
Yes,
down.
I saw that on yours.
So, do you know the whole theory of the moon
Well, there's
landing?
just lots of little like points
So,
of why they think
They're saying that it's not true because
I'm not sure.
the first thing is that the flag is apparently like moving in the wind or by like wind.
Yeah.
Was there an explanation for that? I feel like they gave an official explanation.
I think it's something to do with because obviously you think about it, the moon is drawn to Earth by its gravity.
Yeah.
So it must have been gravity that did that.
There isn't any gravity on the moon.
Yeah, there is a bit.
No, but there's gravity on Earth that will pull the flag towards it.
There's gravity on the moon because like any object, the bigger its size, there's more gravity.
Yeah.
So because obviously they actually managed.
Because when you jump, you land back down.
Wait, so you're saying the bigger a place, the more gravity?
Yeah. So if you go to
so
the
how
sun,
come like Jupiter doesn't have gravity, or do they not know if it does?
It does.
Yes,
It does have gravity.
Yeah. If you went to the sun and you were like Mercury away.
Wait, am I like really dumb?
Yeah.
I thought in okay.
Fair enough. A lot of gravity.
Oh, okay.
Jupiter's like.
Wait, so Mars does that have gravity?
Yeah. All planets will have gravity. Every single
Mars,
planet.
well, Mars is made of gas. No, sorry. Jupiter's made of gas.
Yeah, so it's just a big gas giant.
But Jupiter's one of those ones that you wouldn't say if it wasn't say like a big hard planet like that has like a surface. If like they're really really big, you can't nothing would like be able to stand on it. Cause
you'd like crush yourself.
Enough,
But yeah, so that's one of them.
One of the ones that I heard is that I heard that they wouldn't actually be able to physically get there because you go through this thing called the Van Allen radiation belt, and that would burn you to death if you go through it at fast.
To the moon.
Apparently, yeah.
Well, here's what I thought. Like all of the like theories that have like said that it's false. There's too many like other things that to like prove that it's not false.
Yeah.
Because obviously, why would you build probably a $2 million ship?
Yeah.
But they were in the middle of the space race.
Well, yeah, no. Put 3 guys on it, send it up, get those 3 guys back down, take them off into like a little studio, and 10 seconds later say we're on the moon.
Yeah, I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson. I think it was him talking to Joe Rogan, and I think it might have been Neil deGrasse Tyson. It might have been someone else. But he asked like, so do you think the moon landing was real? He said, well, yeah, of course. Like, you'd probably still spend so much money just pretending. You might as well just go there.
Yeah. Right. And also, like the whole one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. There's like that little click in it.
Yeah.
So, what people are thinking he was meant to say was, it's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind.
Right.
Because if you just say man, it can mean everyone on Earth.
Yeah.
And mankind also means everyone on Earth.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it'd literally be saying one small step for everyone on Earth, one giant leap for everyone on Earth.
Oh, that's quite, yeah, because like when you say one small step for man.
Yeah. So you'd have to have a man.
Oh, yeah, right.
But if they knew that crack would happen, they would have said, right, do it a lot later.
That's a good point, yeah. So that's actually...
So they would have been like, right, cut, let's do it again. And then he says it again, And
That's a good
because
one.
there was a crack that before
it goes like one small step for crack
Right, yeah,
man.
if it was a script, they would have just
yeah,
reshot
they would have
it.
just
that's
continuously
actually a good
reshot.
point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Wasn't another thing that there's something with like the crosshairs on the camera.
Yeah, and the lighting as well.
Yeah, someone said like there's the sun you can actually see at that point. Yeah, there was loads of light.
Yeah.
And I was like,
strange.
it's Earth. You'll see the sun anyway.
Yeah, and I feel like it's one of those things that I believe it was real. I think
Yeah,
it's one of those
100%.
things that it's just too risky to fake.
Yeah, and if it, and I feel like it would have come out by now.
And then
I don't know.
I know.
It's just something stupid to lie about.
Yeah, I know there was another one that was like something to do with like obviously because Russia was going up there as well. Like that Russia's flag wasn't on there.
Yeah.
But I don't think they actually got there before.
America got to the moon first.
Yeah, I think Russia was in space.
Russia were ahead on everything else.
Yeah,
because they had Sputnik.
Yes, they had Sputnik, but they weren't able to get someone up to the moon.
Something I do find interesting is I searched up. So I was trying to find points of why the moon landing is fake. So first I put moon landing. When you're typing it in, when you go CON, you have to literally put conspiracy as a whole before it comes up.
Yeah.
And also, when you search up, the things that come up, one giant liar, why so many people think the moon landing is fake. Moon landing hoax, 50 years. Moon landing faked, it's proof.
So all of it's like kind of stuff like dismissing the...
Yeah, I think it's...
How, and it's just all of the stuff that comes up, like if you search up moon landing conspiracy, it's all just like, it's just them dismissing it and that thing saying it is real.
That's so weird.
Nothing comes up with why it's fake, it's all coming up proving that it is real.
That's so odd.
Yeah, well, because like
Moon
obviously
landing,
it's... There's... If you were going to do it to like the North Pole, then yeah, you could obviously like do that and just fake that. But then with the moon, there is no like atmosphere, so nothing can actually like cover the flag. So if you went up there, I don't know now, and went to go see the flag, it would probably still be there.
Yeah, is the flag meant to still be there?
They say their like footprints are still there.
Yeah. There's
no way. No wind.
Yeah, there's no.
Because the flag was blowing.
So
why is that?
So that's what I said. I thought it could be the Earth's atmosphere. Because
why was the
obviously, if you think about it, the moon. So people say like there's a light side of the moon, dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
So the light side always has to stay towards the moon.
Yeah.
Or the Earth.
Apollo 11 moon landing conspiracy theories debunked. It's all just like proving
So
the theories wrong.
Because like, I think it was just the what do you call it? The atmosphere, because it's so close to Earth, the flag could still.
Yeah, I don't know.
Proof that images were fake. Yeah, look, the radiation field. Oh yeah, why was the flag moving in the wind? One crowning term. Buzz Aldrin saluting the proud waving flag on the moon remains one of the most iconic images of the Apollo 11
It'll be something stupid like someone holding a piece of string.
But if there's no atmosphere on the moon, there is no wind. So why is the flag waving? Is this proof that the conspiracy theorists have been seeking? Look again at the image, and in particular, top edge of the flag, you'll find the answer. A telescopic.
Oh my god!
Along the top.
It's just someone waving it like.
Yes, NASA did think of everything. So there's a pole at the top.
There's a pole literally holding the corner, and someone like is holding that. Oh, sorry. On there.
It doesn't say why it was waving.
Look again at the image, and in particular, along the top edge of the flag, you'll find the answer. A telescopic pole has been extended along the top in order to make the flag fly proudly.
Yeah, so
this pole at the top of it is making it.
Yeah, no. So someone holds it, and then just does that.
What? No, I don't think that's.
Yeah, no, because look, because it's saying
no one's there. I think that.
No,
that pole there
it extends right the way to the. Look, you see the ship. There's no one else there, is there? And there was three guys.
So if we go there now, that flag won't be flying.
Yes. The flag will not be flying. 100%.
I don't know, man. Well, I do think the moon landing was real, but there is just stuff that's weird. And you notice whenever there's
Well, no,
conspiracy theories
he
are
even
called
put it
conspiracy
down.
theories.
He even put it down, and it wasn't flying. 10 seconds later, it started flying.
Well, yeah, no, but have you noticed, like, conspiracy theories, really what they should be called is theories, but
Yeah,
the government put the word conspiracy in front of them to make you instantly think they're, like, bullshit.
Doesn't, like, conspiracy and theory both mean, like, the completely opposite thing?
Yeah, conspiracy is, like, something... Well, I'll search up the definition.
Like, theory means, like, you think you know it.
About something.
Yeah.
You kind of...
And theory means, like, you know it's right.
Well, I mean, no, because theory can doesn't necessarily mean it's factual.
Yeah. A conspiracy,
so, the theory of, I don't know, gravity. I mean, gravity is factual, but at first it was just a theory. So a theory is like a
conspiracy is where it's like, oh, well, a conspiracy is actually a secret plan by a group of something unlawful or harmful. It's like
actually, if you like conspire against the government.
Plotting of an action of plotting.
So like the 5th of November.
Yeah.
So that would be like a conspiracy. Yeah. But then, like, a theory is something that you think.
And a theory is, basically it's just something that is proven.
Yeah.
It's something that's theorized and then proven, I guess. Yeah.
So
but if you notice, every conspiracy, every theory, because really what they should be called is theories.
That probably came through really loud on the mic.
No, the word conspiracy is stuck in front of them to make you instantly like doubt them that they're not real.
Yeah.
I think probably one of the biggest conspiracy theories is probably like the New World Order kind of stuff.
Yeah, cashless society.
Yeah, so like there's like a group of like lizard people. That's like a serious
Mark Zuckerberg's lizard.
Like if you'd search up, if I was search, right.
Yeah, I think like there's a video of like Mark Zuckerberg, and he's like.
He's a weird guy.
He's like in a conference, and like halfway through, his eyes just like blink, but his like eyelids don't actually move.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
So like the kind of whole lizard thing was came out of like this guy called David Icke, who's like the biggest kind of conspiracy theorist, and so he's the kind of guy that talked about the New World Order and that it's ran by lizard people, like the lizard Illuminati.
Imagine if it's true though.
I know, that'd be great. Last November, so it's like saying it's like this is like the biggest kind of political conspiracy. I don't really believe that it's like lizard people, but I think there might be like a world order.
Yeah.
So like the richest people, they have like so much like through like their companies have so
well,
much
like,
control over people.
There's that whole like flat Earth theory and whatnot, which
I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
There's no way
that's not true. Like, because there's obviously that space station up there that takes like 30-second pictures of the world, and obviously they can't take a full-on picture of the world, but you can clearly see that every 30 seconds it's staying like that. It's not like going like that.
Yeah. I don't really understand how people can like logic. I don't know.
It's basically
I guess
people.
They've got their own evidence.
People think that Christopher Columbus went to the edge, turned around, and came back.
That's insane.
And I was like,
that's insane thing.
I was like,
at a certain point, the world would just drop off.
Well, apparently, what I saw is like the official flat Earth people think there's some kind of big ice wall that's like really difficult to get over. So I think there's some big ice wall that goes on for ages, which no one's ever like explored.
You gotta think, like, if that was the case, then there'd just be our Earth. And then huge, massive ice, like...
Yeah, we're in like a big circle of ice,
huge
or square
ice, like, levitating things out in space that just never...
Yeah.
Like, imagine believing that we are just a floating rectangle.
I know.
It's not even a rectangle, it's a frisbee.
I kind of wish that we were a
floating rectangle.
It'd be insane if someone actually goes to the edge and looks down. It's like, oh...
Well, no, but that's like,
You just look down and just see, like, the abyss.
That's like the ultimate. Like, if I'm at the top of a cliff, you kind of look down. It's like... you look down and it's just nothing.
Some aliens.
You fall and then come back up.
Down the other side.
Yeah, would you fall and like... Yeah, but would you just fall into space? The space is actually below
but then...
and we just, like, float away.
Then comes the question, how's gravity here?
Gravity's... What?
Because obviously you've got to have something... that holds the whole world.
If the Earth was flat,
that holds the whole world in.
I can't remember what it is. People have like they say they're flat earthers have like a they have an explanation for gravity, but I can't remember what it is because like forgot what I was gonna say. Because the theory of gravity, it has to be like with like a certain thing. it doesn't really work because obviously
Because
everything
of the
with
core,
gravity
isn't it? Like
Yeah.
pulling
Yeah,
into
no, the core is basically just a small version of the Earth.
Yeah, and then so everything's kind of pulled in.
Yeah.
And you've kind of got, if it's even around like the circle, then everything gets pulled in around.
Yeah.
So how would gravity work?
Yeah.
In
If
the
obvi-
theory of a flat Earth.
Yeah.
So would the core just be a square?
I don't know.
I don't think it would.
Is that what they
people,
think?
Because people think flat Earth is like this. So they think it's like a disc.
Yeah.
Oh, they think it's a disc.
And the atmosphere is a dome.
Yeah.
So that means that gravity must only work one way. Because if gravity was right, it would just form a sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they obviously have different theories about gravity as well.
Who knows? But
Something we no, we will know, and it's not true.
Yeah.
That's one that will
It's
be
something we all know, and we know it's wrong.
Yeah. Well, no, because when Elon went there, why didn't he just get a few pictures and like, send them down? Like, it's obvious.
Tweet it.
Yeah.
well, no, because there is that whole thing. It's like, oh, he's only taking a picture from like the top, because you can't like go to a spot on like anywhere.
I guess they can
and take a whole 360 picture
So
of
you
the
can only
Earth.
see 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Cause that's like saying, oh, I can take a picture of here, and you see every single dimension of the computer.
We don't know what's behind you or underneath you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's a good point.
So
But it's not true.
Yeah,
The
there's
Earth
no.
is round.
Yeah.
I bet my life on that the Earth is round. Because when you look out in the distance, you literally see the world like curving.
Yeah, but that's what
I mean?
people say. So they say that
People say
as far as you can see is the end, and you don't actually. So when you keep like if you go on the water, when you see a new island, that's just a really small dot where you're standing when you set out.
Well, to me, when I look out, it just kind of looks like
Yeah,
it's curving.
yeah.
Once you like look into.
Well, especially if you go to like the
horizon.
beach or somewhere, you look out and you see like obviously there's cruises there now, but as soon as that goes, you just kind of see like the water go, and then kind of slowly curve.
Some people say that's like an illusion with your eyes because you can only see like a certain distance. I don't know. People say it's an illusion. I don't know. I've literally got no idea.
Yeah. Well, I've got 3 left on mine.
Right.
So we can do one of my 3. There's one that I want to talk to Ollie about mostly.
Right.
So we'll do that one then. Well, no, you can. It's a conspiracy theory about Paul McCartney being dead.
Oh yeah, I know about this.
Okay.
I probably.
Ollie probably okay.
Yeah. So they think he.
Do you want to say it or shall I?
You go.
Okay, so.
You say what it says on there,
okay,
and Ollie will say his like thought of it.
It says it says that he never wrote maybe I'm amazed. He never formed the band Wings. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And there is.
So they think he's dead.
Well, yeah, no. So, Paul is dead. Believers think the Beatles accompanied these backward tape loops and veiled references to death with album covers that illustrated the loss of their friend. The original cover of 1966, Yesterday and Today's album featured the Beatles posed amid raw meat and dismembered doll parts, symbolising Paul McCartney's gruesome accident. If fans place a mirror in front of Sgt. Pepper album cover, the words "Lonely Heart" on the drum logo could be read as 1X He Died 1.
Oh.
And of course, there's the Abbey Road cover in which John, George, and Ringo forwent all pretense and pretended to cross the street as a funeral procession.
Yeah.
John wore all white like a clergyman. I don't know.
Clergyman.
That word.
Clergyman.
Ringo,
I'm not sure
the mourner, dressed in black. George down jeans like a gravedigger. Paul wore no shoes. He didn't need them because he was dead and walked out of step with the others. If Paul is dead, then the imposter is still alive, and it basically just says, who is the real McCartney? The world may never know.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it?
Wait, so they think he died a long
So
time
they
ago?
think he.
It was kind of like it was before they were going into that. It was in 1967 or
So they think he died while he was in the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they think he died in 1966.
I think
like
it was
at
while
the
they
end
were-
of 1966.
I think it was while they were like recording their album Revolver, or one of those albums.
The album contained John Lennon's "A Day in the Life," which had the lyrics "He blew his mind out of the car." The song and the recorded phrase "Paul is dead, miss him, miss him." which becomes evident only when the song is played backwards. Lennon also mumbled "I buried Paul" at the end of "Strawberry Fields Forever." In interviews, Lennon said the phrase was actually cranberry sauce.
Yeah, no, because I think they kind of went along with it a bit and kind of joked around with it.
Yeah.
So like when the Beatles split up, Paul McCartney wrote a song called "Too Many People," which was kind of like slagging off John Lennon.
Yeah.
So like John Lennon was like all for peace, and it was like Paul McCartney was like saying like too many people like preaching about stuff they didn't believe. And then John came back with a song which was like a bit harsher. Kind of saying like the only good thing you done was like Yesterday, as in like the song Yesterday.
Oh right.
And then he also said, all those freaks were right when they said you were dead, and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. I don't believe he died. There's like
no way.
So they think he like had an argument and went out for a drive in one of the recording sessions, and crashed his car and then died.
Why would they keep that?
I'm looking at the drum logo now.
I guess to make money, because they're like he was like probably the biggest Beatle, I'd say.
Oh, right.
I'm looking at the drum logo now, and yes, it's very like not clear, but I can't see how it says 1X he died.
Because if you put it in a mirror, didn't they say?
Yeah, I think if you put a middle down the middle of it or something. And also, do you see there? So if you look to the left of, so the Beatles were standing around the drum kit.
Yeah.
Look to the left of them. There's like all the Beatles dressed in black, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I think that's them at the funeral. Apparently.
Mad.
Well, I just realised I can actually prove that he's not dead because I literally have a picture of my granddad with Paul McCartney.
That's so
well,
cool.
no, but that's was that before or after?
No, it would have been after.
Yeah.
In '60s, my granddad would have been like 20. Or something.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's such like a it's a really interesting theory.
Yeah, because they're basically saying everything that happened after, which is basically everything after 1966, someone else went through. So, like, it says he met and married Linda Eastman, with whom he had 4 children before losing her to breast cancer in 1998.
Yeah,
he released a live album in 1993 called Paul is Live, likely story, and produced more than 20 solo albums. That's not even counting the ones released by Wings. Then he endured a horrible divorce with Heather Mills, which may have made him wish he were dead, or at least was still Billy Shears, who I have no idea who Billy
Shears was. Like, say, I think he may have been like one of the. So basic, I don't know who, because they reference Billy Shears in Lonely Hearts Club Band, which is like the big album. And basically that was like a concept album that they were like the Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Yeah.
And then like the end of the song is like Billy Shears, and then it goes into like With a Little Help from My Friends. Such a great album. But yeah, no, let me have a look at what year he died, because it means that
Paul McCartney.
What year he died?
I thought he was still alive.
Paul McCartney.
You've lied to us, guys.
No, like, the picture was like old, but actually I'll find it. I'll see if I can find it.
So died on November the 9th, 1966.
Ringo's called.
Well, that's
Billy
when
Shears.
he supposedly died.
Was okay. Because it says Billy Shears and then goes into With a Little Help from My Friends, which Ringo sings.
Oh, so Billy Shears is when basically it says theorists claim that John Lennon, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr worried about how his death might impact the Beatles' huge commercial success, so they covered up his death by replacing him with a lookalike named Billy Shears, who looked, acted, and even sounded the part.
Right. Okay, that's it.
So basically, Paul McCartney.
Billy Shears is supposedly the guy that was Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
After 1966, Paul McCartney
was Billy Shears. Billy Shears was Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Like, to be fair, probably most artists have had that said about them.
And they just said that the person
didn't. Yeah, but I swear he did fake his death.
No, so
or they said he did, or something.
So there's an album.
No, like I know he died this time.
Yeah,
so there's ages ago he like faked his death.
He died this time.
Well, so there's.
This time he was
I'm
gone.
pretty sure there were 3 times when he died.
Died.
Yeah. Well, the last one he actually
died
did.
with quotation.
The first one, he like. No one actually said that he died. And there was no like.
He went missing.
There was like no funeral, but in like his previous like cover, his lips said "I'm alive" backwards.
Oh, really?
Which was really weird. And then like a few years later, he came back, And then in the second one, there was a funeral, but you could see the son and the mother who were like holding each other, smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
So he faked his death twice.
Yeah.
Or did people thought he did?
Didn't. He faked it the second time. People thought he died the first time, and then he actually died the second time, which people still don't believe because it's.
Do you reckon he did that because when people die, they're worth more? Like they make more money when they die.
No, 100% not.
Like from music.
No.
Why else would he do it?
I think he just did it just for fun of it.
The lols.
Well, no, because obviously
I'm dead, bitches.
There was like all of these like things that came out about him like with children, wasn't there? Yeah. So I guess it's like he was just trying to not be seen. Because obviously it's only come out recently.
Play with all the kids.
Yeah, well, it's only come out recently.
That is a theory in its own.
And
Michael Jackson.
and he died like how long ago? Like
in 2009.
Yeah,
I think.
so 11 years ago.
That's crazy. I remember when he died really well.
Yeah, same.
We watched the whole 24 hours of his music on Sky.
Oh my god, I mean 7 when he died.
Yeah.
2000.
Oh man.
Shit.
That's crazy. I remember it really well because I remember we were around Max's, not when he died, but like a little while after he died.
Yeah.
And there was that big thing about like him being given too many pills by his doctor.
Yeah.
I remember, there's sweets called like fizzies or something.
Yeah.
Like those the ones that come in like a little tube and they're like look like kind of like pills.
Oh yeah.
They're like Parma Violets, but like
Refreshers.
fizzies.
Yeah. No. I'll show you a picture.
Try and find it because I can't remember what it's called. And then I remember like being in Max's house and I go, "Wait guys, look, I'm Michael Jackson," and I eat a load of them and pretend to die. And I thought it was hilarious. At the time. I remember my mum and dad like had to go at me.
They're like them.
They're obviously really serious.
They're like them, but
Michael
like different
Jackson.
coloured ones.
Oh, I'll try and find
right. Yeah.
They're called like fizzies.
Yeah, because there's those in Parma Violets.
Yeah.
And they came in like the multi-pack things, like with loads of different sweets.
Yeah, they were nice, weren't they?
Yeah.
So going back to the Paul McCartney one, so basically overall they think people think he was died, but he didn't really.
Yeah. Well, no, people think he's still dead, and they
some
think
people,
that the person
someone pretending to be him,
who is pretending he is called Billy Cheers.
Yeah.
And the person that died was actually Paul McCartney.
Sorry, I don't know if I'm. What was the reason people thought that?
Because
he crashed into a lamppost. Oh wait, no. So they think he died
I'll show you the
by crashing
picture.
into a lamppost.
Yeah, but why do they think he did?
Because I'll show you the picture. Hold on.
What like started it off?
I think it was the Abbey. I think it was the Abbey Road.
So no, it was. So Abbey Road was like their like last recorded album. This is like '66.
Yeah.
So that was just. I think '67 they released Sgt. Pepper's. Right. And '66 they released Revolver.
Okay.
So I think he died in like the Revolver sessions.
That's the picture. Basically, Paul McCartney's the middle one.
Yeah.
And as you can see, his back foot is in front, whilst everyone else's front foot's in front.
You mean the left foot's in front?
Well, yeah.
You don't have a front foot and a back foot.
No. If you're looking at that, wait, which one's the front foot?
Either one they put forward.
No.
You mean it's his left foot's behind him?
Well, yeah, it's the one that's in front of the camera first.
Yeah, no, okay. Well, what I'm asking is, but why did everyone all of a sudden think he died?
I think it was just
did people just start coming up with it for the sake
I think it was all of the like.
Was there a certain thing that made
because
people start to believe he was dead?
Trying to look up now.
Yeah, because like surely people didn't just like all of a sudden just think he was dead.
Yeah.
Well, sort of like kicked it off.
Yeah, there must have been something. The myths have more legs in America than it did in the UK.
I think it was mostly to do with the Abbey Road and that one that you said, Ollie.
Sorry?
Do you reckon it was just the music that started making people think?
Yeah.
Yeah, and because there's a lot of like clues in the music that people like they'd like joke about it, like.
Yeah.
So here it says, people have seen Paul leaving his house in St John's Wood or arriving at Abbey Road. People would also be spotted out attending gigs and the theatre. We knew it was him. Paul wasn't dead. Okay. American college students have published articles claiming that the clues to Paul McCartney's death could be found among lyrics and artwork.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's just all the lyrics and all the artwork that's.
Yeah.
People just started overreacting to it.
If you're Jesus, Callum.
I got it.
If you're saying Abbey Road was the last one, then maybe he just did it just because it was kind of like showing the end and that he's going on his separate way.
Yeah.
Because aren't
there probably was a reason.
Aren't two of them dead? And
Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So John Lennon was killed and
John Lennon was
died.
killed at his front door.
Yeah.
And then how's the other one?
I think George died of cancer or something.
Yeah. Wait. So
no, 2006.
Yeah, there probably was a reason he like did his left foot different.
Yeah,
like,
there is definitely a
album
reason.
covers. There's always like they're always like really thought about, aren't they?
Well, no. So the story for the Abbey Road album cover. I'm such a nerd.
Yeah, that's why I told
So
you.
they were like, Abbey Road was like their kind of like best album, like they're like considered to be best album, and they were gonna do it like over. They're gonna do the album cover like over the Himalayas. Sorry, we're just getting.
We're getting
What
looked
are
at.
you doing?
45 minutes. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Right, we'll
Right,
end up in a minute. We'll
Yeah,
finish.
okay.
No, yeah, we got time.
So they were planning on doing something like over the Himalayas, and
Yeah.
like, in a helicopter. It would have costed loads of money.
Yeah.
So they've always recorded at Abbey Road Studios, which is like some like the best studios in London, right? And they were just kind of like, fuck it, let's just go and take a picture outside.
Yeah.
And they just went there and took a few pictures.
Oh.
So it wasn't that one genuinely wasn't too planned. So apparently they literally just walked out the studio and walked across the road.
I saw a lot of album covers though. They are like they're thought
So-
about. Like,
so I
they're
think-
done well.
The Sgt. Pepper's one costed loads of money.
Yeah,
so
right.
Yeah.
Looks. But I guess if that is the case, then they obviously never would have said, right, everyone used this foot.
Yeah,
and
it's probably
used-
just random.
So
wasn't
it's
it?
just
Yeah.
everyone happened to use that foot, whereas
It's just a coincidence.
It's
Or
only
just-
1 out of 4, isn't it?
Yeah,
Paul
it's
just
just
used
a
that
coincidence.
foot.
Yeah.
And also, like, most people take off their shoes when they're like just on like
probably
carpets
just a
and
rush
stuff.
And they were all hippies. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he must have been like, well, I'm not putting my shoes on.
Yeah.
I'll-
Yeah. And
I guess
think
people just find anything to latch onto
Oh,
and then
definitely,
just
yeah.
like make it to the extreme.
in their album, the White Album, which is like one of their kind of like later ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 2 albums after Lonely Hearts Club, I think. But like the second to last song is called Number 9, like Revolution Number 9.
Mhm.
And in the thing, it's just this guy going number 9, number 9. It's just a really weird song. Like none of it's actually like musical. It's just sounds basically. It's like 9 minutes. And when you turn it backwards, it sounds like Turn Me On, Dead Man. It's really weird.
Oh, that's
Ugh.
weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
But do you reckon they did that just to fuck with people?
Oh.
yeah,
Just
I
to
mean,
take the piss out of it.
probably.
Yeah.
He
And
probably
also-
thought it was hilarious. Like,
Also,
people
it
got
will
there.
definitely.
have got so much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
they probably
Because like
made,
loads of people
so
would have
much
been like,
people,
right,
trying
put
to-
it in, get right
Yeah,
to the end,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then reverse it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people trying to like
So-
get the album and listen to it. They probably made loads.
Yeah.
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 So are we done with that one?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Should
We're at the
we?
45
Should we
minute
do
mark. Should we do
one more,
One more
and then
quick one, yeah?
Akinator and Ollie? Or...
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Do you want to get
I'll get it up.
Okay,
Okay.
so I've got Area 51 and the Aliens, or the 9/11 cover up.
Oh,
Which
9/11.
and 9/11. Okay, so we won't do the Alien
Mm.
one. But do you think aliens are real? That,
Yeah,
we
like,
just said
we
that.
can't be the only thing out there. No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I doubt they're like
Okay.
green gooey things.
No,
like
yeah.
people think they are.
Like the
Okay.
probability is that they are probably real.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we will think that aliens are real. Right, let's do 9/11 and then we'll do. So it says here, not since the JFK assassination has been a national tragedy so heavily imprinted in American minds, or that has given rise to quite an alternative explanation. While videos and photographs of 2 planes striking the World Trade Center towers are famous around the world, the sheer profusion of documentary evidence has only provided even more fodder than conspiracy theories. A May 26 Zog B poll found that 42% of Americans believe that the government and the 9/11 Commission concealed or refused to investigate critical evidence that contradicted their official explanation to the September the 11th attacks. Why had the military failed to interpret the hijacked planes? Had the government issued a stand-down order to minimize interference with a secret plan to destroy the buildings and blame it on Islamic terrorists? A 2005 Popular Mechanics published a massive investigation for similar claims and response to them. The reporting team found that the North America Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, did not have a history of having fighter jets prepped and ready to intercept aircraft that have gone off route. And while the team found no evidence that the government had planned the attacks, the lack of proof rarely stopped conspiracy theories before. So it's basically saying that everyone's saying, oh, was it the government and whatnot, but there's no actual evidence.
Yeah, why do people think it was a
So-
government? What's the reason for
So
them
basically,
thinking
they knew. This is what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but basically, I think they heard that the hijackers were there, but before any planes, they're saying before any planes could get to it on time, they had already crashed into it.
Oh, okay. So wasn't there like a building number 7? Wasn't this? So there's 4 buildings that got destroyed that day. There was Pentagon. Yeah, the Pentagon.
I only know about the 2 towers.
Okay, so plane one, like one of the planes. They say there was 2 planes crashed into both the towers. There was one that was supposed to crash somewhere else. It just crashed into like a nearby hill. One was supposed to one crashed into the Pentagon.
So there's 4 planes.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, I think there might have actually been 5.
Okay.
So 2 went into the Twin Towers.
Yeah. But I think they didn't all happen like together, did they?
Same day.
Yeah, no, but not at the same time.
Oh no, sorry, no. There's There's 4 planes, I think.
Yeah.
So two for Twin Towers, one for Pentagon, and then one which didn't.
Right.
Which didn't actually.
I think.
Yeah.
So the Pentagon's like a big like CIA place.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, didn't that one happen before the Twin Towers?
I think it was after.
I'm pretty sure.
Because people were pretty shocked about the Twin Towers. They probably wouldn't have been.
Yeah, and the 2 planes didn't hit into it straight away. It was like a little while after because everyone was like recording. Yeah, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, the second one is going."
Yeah,
because at first people thought it was an accident, like a hideous accident.
I think it was meant to be that one of them was meant to hit through both of them.
Maybe.
And it just stopped. Like it was meant to go straight through one and then straight through the other, and then blow up. But because it didn't, the one that was meant to for a backup one somewhere else, so that one then the third one missed as well.
So there was building number 7, which is like the suspicious one. Like people never talk about it. Like no plane crashed into this building, but the building still fell down.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, I heard about that.
Was it nearby at least?
Yeah, it was like next to the Twin Towers.
Right.
But I think people think it was actually like blown up.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what it was, but I think they were saying how they didn't really need the building anymore.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
But also,
and they said that it collapsed from like the heat or something from the other buildings, setting fire to everything inside and it collapsed.
Looking at the picture here, it doesn't
something like that.
It doesn't look like the first one. One of the if you look.
And the first it just hits inside, but the second one kind of implodes from the inside.
Yeah.
From like halfway down,
first one looks quite high.
Yeah.
And then the second one's really low.
Yeah.
But it still looks like they're both just.
Because I swear, when it actually comes down, it kind of goes in from the inside, doesn't it?
When it falls down.
Yeah.
So it kind of
collapses.
Yeah, if you're low enough, it will collapse in on itself.
But that doesn't seem like it should be able to collapse in itself.
No, it just looks like it's just someone's just sliced it and it's staying there.
Yeah, because surely it would need to be the plane would have to crash so low that there's more weight on top than there is on the bottom.
So people are saying that it's actually someone's like blown it up.
That must have been it's a big building. That must have been a lot of bombs placed there.
Yeah.
No, because there is
one grenade couldn't have blown up.
No, obviously, yeah, but like you would only need like 2 or 3 C4s.
I don't know how powerful that is, but yeah, no, because they think it would have been very difficult for the building to actually destroy itself, which is what it done. It just turned into like
ash.
It
was gone. It was actually like vaporized.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hope it was an attack, because if the Americans' own government were doing that, and killed that many people,
apparently it was hijacked plane, or it's saying that.
Well, I mean, realistically, like the government still killed like so many people in like Iraq when they shouldn't have. Like, there's no reason for them to go there. So they're still guilty of like killing loads of innocent people.
Yeah. I guess
I believe like 9/11 was like real though. But
I guess the one thing is like, why didn't they just go and search more? I guess it's just there's too many factors that don't really add up. So I guess if there's no point in like if there's no point trying to explain all 4 incidents, then why is there any point in investigating all of them?
I think my mum's dad was around the corner from it when it happened. I think so, or someone related. Yeah, he was there for business. Someone I was related to.
My sister was
staying in New York when it happened.
Yeah, my sister was in New York as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was, because obviously she's born like 9 days.
Oh wait, actually?
Yeah, she was born 10 days. They went to America.
Seriously?
And on that day...
Were your parents in America on the day?
It's my dad, my sister, and my mum.
Do they remember it?
Yeah. Actually, my dad, my sister, my mum, my auntie.
In New York?
They're all in New York.
In New York?
New York. And it happens
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know how long after, but my dad and my sister are on the news.
Max, come on.
Swear down. I'll swear.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
I'm pretty sure
What
I
do you mean
have.
on the news?
Well, like, someone just comes up and says, "Oh, what do you think about this whole incident?" My dad just starts talking. I think so. He did say it was on the news. I don't know.
Right, for next podcast,
I
try
will-
and find it.
Even being there is like insane.
Well, no, I wouldn't be. I don't
Did
think.
he say it was? Did he say it was like really scary? Obviously. But...
Well, no, because obviously they just seen it on the news. So
they didn't see it in person.
No, they like came down outside their like a hotel, I guess, and then a person was there and was like, "Oh, what do you think of it?"
So they must have seen the buildings, like.
Probably. Well, I don't
smoke,
know. I
at
don't know
least the
whereabouts in New York. I just know they were in New York that
And so
day.
your sister was born like 11 days before.
No, yeah, she was born like 10 days before the actual thing.
Wow, that's insane.
Why was your sister born then? They went to New York instantly.
Well, no, it was my auntie wanted to go to New York, and for some odd reason, my sister and like my dad and my mum wanted to go as well.
Your sister wanted to go when she was 10 days old.
Well, no,
This
like
10-year-old desired to go to New York.
And she do Akhenaten kind of like revolt, like she make.
okay, well, obviously me and Callum have done. So do you want?
I'm gonna do it on my phone because it's not working. So you just think of a character or someone. Don't tell us.
Okay.
And I'll read the questions out. This is Akhenaten. We do a little tradition at the end of every podcast.
Yeah.
To
do you want
lighten it up a bit. I feel like we need to lighten this one up. It's a bit dark.
Write it down, and then. Oh, hello.
I'm gonna write down, but I'm on my phone. So if I need to check up any facts, I'll do it.
Okay, and also just like go on like Snapchat or something and just write it in pen.
Actually, yeah, no, send it to me. Send me the who you're gonna.
And I'm gonna try and beat Akhenaten to guess who you're guessing.
Okay.
So Max on the first one did Tom Hanks, then I did Mia Khalifa on the last one.
And I found out that Akhenaten got in 32 for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember how much he got it for you, but
Akhenaten is a conspiracy theory in himself.
I
Because
know.
everyone used to think he was listening, but I think it just guesses by what it asks you.
Yeah. Okay. Go on.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Is your character's gender female?
No.
Is your character real?
Yes.
Is your character from YouTube?
No. I'll be very surprised if he gets this. I genuinely
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
your
we
character American?
Yes.
Wait, what number's he on?
5. Is your character dead?
Yes.
Did your character suffocate?
No, he didn't.
Imagine if
Oh,
he...
No.
Oh, do you know who it is?
Well, yeah, he takes me on.
Oh, okay. So no.
No.
Is your character known for technical skateboard tricks?
Tony Hawk.
No.
Has your character recorded any albums?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Is your character from Pirates of the Caribbean?
No. Well, that's interesting because
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, Paul McCartney.
Is your character black?
No.
Does your character speak English?
Yes.
They're American.
Does
obviously. Is your character
Max is American. What language do you think he speaks?
Oh.
Is your character a violinist?
How do you know?
He wouldn't be. I doubt he would. I doubt he would. If he is, then I'll make sure I'm friends with no violinists.
No.
No. Is your character from Iron Man?
No.
No.
Is your character an actor?
No.
Maybe.
Is your character a criminal?
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
Kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
Does your
Yeah,
character
okay.
have blue skin?
No.
Avatar.
Is your character a serial killer?
No.
No.
Ooh. Has your character been dead for more than 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Does your character
just
have their
hoping now.
own DVD? Guessing that just means film.
I think he's got his own movie.
Yeah, but he I don't think he acts it.
Oh wait, no, he doesn't.
No.
He doesn't.
Wait,
act in
wait.
the movie.
I just put no.
Yeah,
It'll
no.
be fine.
No.
Does your character have over 10,000 followers?
No.
Has your character been dead for more than 100 years?
No.
Wait.
No, 1960s.
Does your character prefer alternative strategies?
No.
You could put like probably.
No.
Or like
no, 'cause
probably
you
not.
know-
Okay, no.
So I just
They-
say no.
No, because I don't think they
No,
would.
don't put no.
Does your character have their own makeup range?
No. Do you think it's gonna get it?
I'm not sure. Is your character from a late night talk show?
No.
I don't.
We said
He's
50.
quite famous. He's very.
Yeah,
famous.
Hello.
Jesus Christ! Let's get the shout of us. Is your character a sniper?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is it Lee Harvey Oswald?
Did he get it? Yeah.
Yeah, he literally just got it.
All right. Should we do one more?
Yeah, we can.
I'm happy to do
you
one.
can do one.
Okay.
I'll do things. Oh, you actually got it. Then if you
I'm
want
trying to
do it,
think.
I'll
I'm
do
trying
it.
to think.
We got it at the same time as well. I realised.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who. I don't know who to go for.
Oh wait, I've got another good conspiracy one.
We'll just do that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just
Shall I
send it to me.
Max?
Yeah.
Send it to
me.
Max again. Has your
Send it in
character
text.
died?
Just send it in text.
No.
Your character's not died.
Sure.
Is your character a girl?
No.
Is it David Icke?
Did he guess that?
No, I guessed it.
Oh, right.
Is it David Icke?
Yeah.
What? How did you know?
You said it was like something to do with conspiracy and it was a man.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no, I
We
thought
should
you.
keep it a conspiracy.
Yeah. Is your character American?
No.
What's his
He's not
conspiracy?
American.
No.
David Icke, where's from Britain?
England. Yeah.
Wait, what's David Icke's conspiracy? Oh,
He's just.
He
like
is a
the-
conspiracy
Oh.
theorist.
I thought.
Is he
you
older
meant-
than 27?
Yes.
Is British? Yes. Is your character linked with a TV series? Does he have a TV series?
No.
No,
He used to be a football commentator.
We'll go no then. Does your character personally know you?
Not quite. No.
He might do. Oh shit. I almost clicked on like an ad, like a pop-up ad. Is your character a politician?
Yeah, he used to be like he used to be.
Yeah, but that's
quite
used to.
Oh really?
So he's not
apparently,
anymore.
Yeah.
So just click no.
Oh shit, I did yes.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
fine.
Does your character have blonde hair?
Yeah. He's got white hair. Actually, no,
No.
he used to be blonde. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's used to it. It's now.
I've done no. Does your character have a fake friend?
No.
Does your character use iron sand?
Oh,
No.
Don't know what that is.
It's sand that's got iron.
Is your character from? No, I don't know even what that is. I can't even read it. Is your character linked to Nicki Minaj?
No.
Does your character use physical contact?
No.
Is your character usually sad?
No.
I hope not.
Just comes out as me.
Has your character been Prime Minister?
No.
Is your character from Hypnosis Mick Divisional Rap Battle?
No.
Is your character associated with the colour red?
No.
Jesus Christ, come on, Akinator. Is your character blonde? You already have that. No.
No, he.
Does your character wear glasses?
No.
Does your character have over 5 subscribers?
Yeah.
Does your character have fire eyes?
No.
Is your character into politics?
Into politics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does your character love pea soup?
No. It's very specific.
Yeah, it's just so random. Does your character have a power called explosion?
No.
Is it Nigel Farage? No, we do like carry. We'll try again.
We're
once
saying
more.
50. How many are we on now?
26.
Yeah. So
We'll
so
give
if
him
he
up to 50 questions.
if he doesn't do 50, then
Is your character considered mysterious?
Yeah.
I'd say he is. Yeah. Is your character a hard breacher?
Preacher?
Breacher. A hard breacher. I don't
no,
know what
just
that
say
is.
no. Just say actually don't. Just say don't.
Search
know.
up in case it's like
Meaning of hard breacher.
might be a.
As an adjective, it means solid, firm, and rigid.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? So he's solid, firm, and rigid.
Well, he's like solid, firm, and rigid, not easily broken.
Is
so
your
like,
character
of
white?
a person not showing any signs of weakness. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Is your character white? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your character almost bald?
No.
Is your character a member of Day 6?
No.
Oh, that is.
No, neither.
Has your character been accused of any crimes? I reckon he probably has.
Probably, yeah.
He probably has committed crimes.
Yeah.
Wait for that one.
Well, whilst we're waiting, how's your day?
It's very good, thanks, Max. You little waffler over there.
Yeah.
You little waffler. Has he committed any? Been accused of any crimes?
Don't think so.
We'll go no. Does your character have grey hair?
Yeah. It's white, but yeah.
Is your character fat?
A little bit, yeah.
Is your character Scottish?
No.
Is your character a member of Conservative Party?
No.
Does your character come from England?
Yeah.
Is your character linked with the colour red?
No.
Is your character associated with the colour blue?
No.
Does your character have a bald head?
No.
He can't get it, can he?
No.
Is your character a Speaker of the House of Commons?
No.
No. Is your character the leader of a group?
No.
Is your character from Dream of Gluttony?
No. I don't think so.
Is your character from Nebraska? No.
No.
Is your character very energetic on stage?
No.
Does your character have a beard?
No.
Is your character chubby?
Yeah.
Has your character been on Strictly Come Dancing?
No, I'd love it if he was there.
Does your character have dark hair? No. Is your character involved with gang violence?
No.
No. It's 50 questions. Does your character have a famous son?
Kind of.
Yes. What's it say?
You can't get it. Your character is not one of the most popular characters.
We just put it in. Put it in.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Right, well, he didn't get it.
Well,
And we'll call that quits there on
Okay,
our conspiracy
before-
theorist episode.
before we go,
Alright,
out of all the conspiracies we spoke about, which one do you believe in the most?
Chuck E. Cheese one.
So you
Genuinely.
you believe in the Chuck E. Cheese one?
Yeah.
I would probably say I believe more in the JFK one.
Yeah, I'm more like.
Oh, JFK maybe.
J-
I think that was very suspicious.
That
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That one's very
Definitely.
suspicious.
Well, thanks, Ollie, for coming on.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming on.
We'll check it out on YouTube and Spotify now. It's on both.
Yeah.
And the link will be in the description. And cheers for listening. In a bit.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Everything. Do
Peace.
everything. Cheers.